What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, a little bit is different, mostly my hair, I would definitely say, because of course I wanted to change it up a bit because it is 2020. I wanted to do like a soft rebranding of myself and really like push myself to do something a little bit different now and forever. But of course I wanted to give myself that little push, so changing it up a bit. I also have a brand new intro for you guys to see in just a hot minute as well, and of course new hair, because why not? Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're not going to be just doing a regular tutorial or a review. It is all going to be about makeup products that I personally think that deserve a lot more hype, and there are a lot of brands in here. We have Morphe, we have Benefit, we have the, like some of those hyped up brands already, but we also have some brands that definitely deserve a little more hype, like Oma Beauty, Hank and Henry Beauty, Colored Rain, and Menagerie Cosmetics, which is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. So I just wanted to sit down, play with some amazing makeup that definitely needs a little more, recognition. So if you want to see how I got this really fun look, what the real tea is on these products, and of course my little rebrand, soft rebrand I should say, then keep on watching. Of course, as you can see, I have no base on, nothing on my eyes, nothing like that yet. Of course, we're going to be diving into the eyes first, which is always what I like to do. So today I'm actually going to be playing with two eyeshadow palettes. Yes, two eyeshadow palettes from a brand called Menagerie Cosmetics. I have been wanting to play with their eyeshadow palettes for a very long time now. I've had it for a while and I've just never been able to sit down and play with them, and now I'm finally going to be doing that. So I could not decide on what kind of look I want to go for, so I'm just going to kind of play with these two palettes. This one is the Whale Song palette, and this one is the Cute Feral palette as well. So all of the colors inside of here are actually really stunning and beautiful, and they are magnetic pans, I believe, and the packaging is absolutely stunning. And of course I love anything animals, so I think this is just so cute. I'm definitely going to be playing with a majority of the Whale Song palette today because I think that the colors in here are actually really beautiful. But of course, before we get started with the eyes, we're going to do the eye base. So I'm going to do the P. Louise Mama Mitchell Acid Rain Blank Canvas Primer, of course. I'm just going to pack it on with my finger and get started with our eye base before we go in with our eye look. To get started with these eyes, of course, I'm going to go in with the shade Dive, which is a beautiful bright blue shade. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M433 brush, mostly packing it on the outer corner and blending it into the crease, of course. Was not expecting that pigment. That payoff was outstanding. It did have a little bit of kickback in the pan, but I really feel like this is like a pressed pigment. But honestly, I'm not having any issues. I'm not mad at it at all. It is beautifully pigmented, like really crazy. I'm gonna go in with the shade Cetacean right here. I honestly don't know.
Cetacean. Cetacean. Cetacean.
I'm gonna take it on a BH number 8 like rose brush. I'm just gonna blend this into upper crease, mixing in the shade Dive, and of course making sure we have a nice granule effect. I want to do something kind of fun with this eye shape, so that's why I like winged it out a little bit. So now I'm going to go in with the shade Breaching, which is like a nice deep navy kind of shade. I'm just going to take it on a Morphe M456 brush and just pack on the outer corner, kind of mixing it into the crease, of course, because we're going to be cutting the crease, of course, and I'm just going to kind of wing it out just to get a nice smoky wing effect. So far it's actually looking really good. Of course, trust the process. It is not cleaned up just yet. We're getting there. Of course, it's about to be cut crease time, of course, and I cannot wait because we're going to be diving into some shimmers this time. That I use the Acid Rain Blank Canvas, of course, to cut my crease. I'm now going to go in with the shade Whale Song, which is absolutely stunning. It is like reflective. I just had to swatch it, so like, what shade should I do? I was thinking of doing Fluke, but then I'm like, no. 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 This shade is too stunning to pass up. I'm going to take it on a Morphe M124 brush. I'm just going to pack Whale Song all over the lid where I cut my crease and just pack it on and blend it in. I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Breaching, of course, again, just to pack on the outer corner, because you want to get that nice cohesive blend together with this shade. And I will have to say right now, the next time I sleep on a brand like this, or like have something from a brand like this and haven't used it in a while, someone slap me, because this is probably one of the best palettes, especially for blues, that I've used in a very long time. This, Blue Blood, and definitely the Be Perfect Carnival palette are like the best with the blues in there. Like, this is absolutely everything. Took a little bit of the shade Breaching and kind of make it almost like a liner form out of it, and it's actually really cute. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do this side off camera, and then I'm going to clean up these lines, and of course let's do some foundation, some base and everything together, and then we'll finish off these eyes. Okay, so now we are getting somewhere. I am so living for this look right now. I am of course going to try to, you know, get like a nice smoky lower liner kind of thing going on. You know, I always do that with my like winged out looks. I'm now going to go in with some foundation. Of course, we're going to be doing that on camera because this is a video about makeup brands and makeup products that should be a little more hyped, and that is definitely going to be also Oma Beauty, and this one is the Say What Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation, and Fair Lady T1C is the color that I have. It is such a nice flawless finish. It doesn't go on super thick, but also at the same time it gives you that really full coverage without looking like it's too much, you know what I mean? Like, and I really like the longevity of it. I wore it for work for about 12 hours, and obviously I don't really wear my makeup longer than 12 hours, and this really stayed put all day. It didn't crack, it didn't smudge or budge or anything like that, and it actually looked really cute. So that's why I definitely recommend this foundation to anybody who wants a matte finish that's still hydrating and that still oil controls just a tiny bit as well. This is really more of a newer product that hasn't got a whole lot of hype yet, but it's like, you know, getting there, and that is the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer. I do like the foundation, but the concealer is definitely top notch. I've used it 3 times now, and I'm actually really liking it. This is in the shade Alabaster. It does have one of those like squeezy, like doe foot kind of applicator sponges kind of thing, and I'm just going to dot it on. It definitely gives a pretty full coverage, but with a hydrating look and finish. And I really absolutely love it so far. I just love the way that it goes on. It blends beautifully. It looks amazing. And it really like brightens up the skin, but also gives you that nice little boost of hydration because it is the Born to Glow Radiant kind of line. But I will have to say, I have been using it and I like it. I go in powder. I am really obsessed with the Morphe Dimension Effect Contour Stick. This was in the shade Effect 14. I don't know what it is, but like recently I have been living and breathing for like a good contour stick, because I feel like if I contour under my bronzer, I definitely get better definition and better like tone, especially for like how many lights I have in front of me. And this contour stick, everything. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I really am obsessed with it, and it blends out like a dream actually too, which is quite nice. I finished off with some Morphe setting powder, which I actually really do love as well, and now it's time to finish off these eyes. So we're gonna go back in with, of course, the Whale Song palette again. I'm gonna go back in with the shades Dive, Cyan, I believe,
Cetacean,
and Breaching for the lower lash line, of course, just to kind of get all the colors blended together, mixing it in with the winged out effect that we have going on today, and, you know, make sure everything looks cohesive. We're not done yet. Inner corner, brow and highlight time, of course. I was going to go in with the Feral palette, obviously, because I wanted to do like a look with both palettes, but I'm still living my fantasy with this palette, and I really just want to use some of the shades inside of here for this look. For inner corner highlight, I'm going to go in with the shade Fluke, and I'm going to take it on a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JS39 inner corner highlight brush, and I'm just going to pack this on inner corner, and of course get that nice little pop of some green, because that is looking freaking beautiful with this look. I am so shook by this palette, like I am not even kidding. Brow bone, I'm going to go in with the shade Pearl right on top, take it on the same JH39 brush, and I'm just going to, oh wow. So this look, it's done, it's snatched, it is freaking great. I'm loving it. So now I'm going to throw on some mascara, some lashes, and some brows, of course, off camera, and I will be right back to finish off the rest of this base and face and lip with you guys. Okay, so now the lashes are on, the brows are done. The brows are Benefit Brows, the Precisely My Brow in 3, and the Gimme Brow in 4.5, because I'm entering the Benefit Brow Search this year, because I really wanted to do that. I felt like last year I just wasn't prepared for it, and I want to do it this year. And I really want to start pushing myself, my artistry, and my creativity to new heights this year, more than I did last year, because I am finally at a point in my life where I'm very happy with where I'm going. Now I'm going to go in with some blush. I'm going to go in with the Buxom Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush in Mykonos. I think this blush formulation is actually one of my favorites. I cannot wait to see them release more shades in the future. They definitely should, because it just goes on like a dream. And yes, they are primer infused, but like, you see it all day. Bronzer, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Cosmetics Primer Infused Bronzer in the shade Forever Sun-Kissed. I think this bronzer is actually one of my favorite drugstore bronzers right now. It just goes on super smooth. It's pigmented without being too crazy, but also it is only $6, and it is an outstanding bronzer for like getting that nice like chisel contour effect. Now the only thing I'll have to say is, e.l.f., please release more shades. You know, we want to be a little more inclusive with our shade range, please. It is the Hank & Henry Beauty in the Brilliant Pearls Highlight in the shade Nightlight. The shape of this is actually very interesting to me. I am really absolutely thinking this is so stunning. First impression though, but definitely needs more hype. Oh, okay. Let me put this on real quick. Oh my, okay. Ooh, that is, oh my god. Oh. Fuck. What the fuck? I feel like I just face-tuned the crap out of my skin, and like, this is so beautiful. It is like wet, it is metallic, it is buildable, it is blinding, it is everything. Like, oh my god. So now, of course, let's go in with some lip before I have a little panic attack and have like an aneurysm, because this is insane. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Makeup Talk lip liner. I think the Morphe lip liners are absolutely one of my favorite products from them. It is such a nice formulation. It reminds me a lot of the MAC lip liners, but a lot cheaper. And this lip liner is only $4, and I really, really love it. Last but not least, for liquid lipstick color, I'm going to go in with the Colored Rain liquid lipstick in Sugar. And I'll have to say, Colored Rain has some of the most amazing products. And they have lashes, they have shadow palettes, they have single shadows. They now just came out with a book of shadows. Like, it's like a really beautiful like book of shades, like where you can put your individual shadows in it, and it's absolutely stunning. And their liquid lipsticks are some of my favorite formulations of all time. This is actually one of my favorite nude colors that they've ever released. And of course they have new colors I want to play with in the future, but this is like one of my OG go-to shades. Here you have it, you guys. This is the final look, doing this full face of using all products that definitely deserve a lot more hype. Now, I will have to say, the brands attached to these products alone as well are doing the damn thing when it comes to these products, because honestly, the formulation are amazing. The liquid lipsticks from Colored Rain are some of my favorites of all time. The Hank & Henry highlighter is beaming, and their liquid lipsticks are actually really good as well, and so is their eyeshadow actually. And then the Menagerie Cosmetics eyeshadows, like, I don't know why it took me so long to play with this palette. It is so beautiful and pigmented and stunning and blendable, and like, it just works beautifully. So I highly recommend that palette if you guys need to pick up something from Menagerie. It is amazing. Loving the products that I use, and of course I just really want to do something a little bit different than just a regular tutorial. I wanted to play with some products that I've had for a while and finally use them. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and make sure you thumbs it up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I have a lot of videos coming up for you guys in 2020 this year. Just make sure you follow me. Anyways, love you. Bye.